Individuals are currently living in the digital age where sufficient information is available to everyone. Under the support of the Internet, personal information can be easily received or sent, including locations, names, interests, and other details of us. However, the above private information can also be used maliciously, and thereby issues of injustice might arise. The purpose of this presentation is to discuss the scandal of Facebook and its implications on protecting personal information effectively. In early 2018, there was a major political scandal involving the malicious use of private information, which was the Facebook Cambridge Analytica data scandal. Applications had been illegally used to collect private information in the form of personality assessments. Because a large number of users allowed the applications to collect personal information, the applications had successfully gained valuable personal information including profiles, location, residence, birthday, hobbies, as well as information of the user's friends. Following this, the collected data had been shared with Cambridge Analytica, which earned an income by analyzing data for clients. More seriously, the company also purposed to target voters for elections, and personal information was used although the users did not allow. As a consequence, 87 million pieces of private information was collected. Although the unjust behavior of the company to collect personal information was extremely serious, Facebook was only fined €500,000, which was quite insignificant. Moreover, the stock price of the business fell by $100 billion due to this injustice. This issue is significant because of the violation of private information of individuals. The collected information was analyzed for the purpose of influencing political opinions and even the election process. For instance, the election campaigns of Mexico and the United States would use private information to target voters purposefully.
Moreover, other events such as Brexit also use private information to influence political activities. Therefore, the consequences would be severe due to the controllability of public opinions. For instance, advertisements of political parties have been used to target voters in order to influence election processes unethically. Justice should always be in place to protect the interests of the people. The indication of this scandal is that more strict laws should be enacted to prevent such issues. This is where the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, comes into play. Under these regulations, Facebook would have been much more seriously punished. In this way, personal data can be efficiently protected online. More specifically, under the GDPR, users are now able to decide whether their data can be collected by applications. Personal information can only be collected after consent is given. From the perspective of companies, GDPR now requires them to be transparent and disclose to users what data has been collected and who it is shared with. The impact of this new regulation is that users will gain more control on how the data is handled online. If non-compliance occurs, there could be huge fines amounting up to 4% of annual international revenue of the company, or €20 million, whichever one of these is greater. This punishment would help ensure that such regulations are complied with. Thus, companies can become more aware of the significance of protecting information privacy. In summary, it is apparent that data should be effectively protected to prevent issues such as the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Many have already taken actions, such as Europe and the GDPR. However, the United States still needs to catch up and turn their attention to their technological firms in order to prevent misuse of personal information of their people. Considering the fact that the United States is home to so many different tech firms that handle the data of millions of users, it's probably a good idea to do that soon.